Robert Heffernan, Endotech Analytics, streaming live exclusively for the Pareto token holders, Pareto Network. And it is Sunday night, February 25th, 2018 on the calendar. And this is Blockchain Vitals, your daily show all about crypto trading and blockchain technology on the Pareto Network. All right. And I am super excited to be part of the Pareto Network, and I can't wait to see the other content providers that are going to contribute actionable trading content to the network. We're working really hard at Endotech to put together actionable trading content. And the beautiful thing about this for me is Dr. Anna Becker, who is working on the AI side of this, it's going to just arm me more than I already am armed with my knowledge of 27 plus years trading commodities, trading in this space, and the rest of the network too. I just can't wait to be involved in a network like this, like no other information dissemination platform ever invented on the planet. I am so excited to be a part of it. You know, I talked to somebody the other day about it, and you got to be a little bit older to understand, but remember when Howard Cosell was announcing Monday Night Football, and every week people were like, why is this guy still on? Well, you know, at the Pareto Network, you get to grade the content providers, and they get rewarded by how well they produce actionable trading content. In other words, Cosell wouldn't have been around had he been producing content for the Pareto Network around announcing Monday Night Football. My take anyway. All right. Some news. Let's do the rounds. Doing the rounds, and the two things that jumped out at me at was it Montana? I believe Montana putting up somebody in Montana, $251 million for mining operations. You know, a long history of mining in that state. And they're jumping right into digital mining because of their long and storied history of copper and all other things metal that they've mined in Montana. The other thing in Fortune, an article talking about how more than 50% of ICOs from 2017 have already evaporated into the air of WTFH. I don't have to go on with that, but and I just want to talk about that a little bit in this ecosystem of ICOs and people trying to reinvent the human experience through the digital technology of blockchain. There's going to be losers for sure. And you know, another thing I want to point out is that there's going to be losers of even the stuff that has traction right now and has got good price points. Don't be fooled that the ones that are on major exchanges can't go bust also. All right, because at the end of the day, you actually have to provide value to the ecosystem in order for you to survive long term. So there's lots of these coins that, you know, they might not be here in another year, in another 2 years, and another 5 years. So with that being said, let's take the vitals, because that is one place that the information cannot hide from. All right. Price action bears out all the fundamentals in the market, and you cannot hide. The price action will tell you the relative health or sickness of a blockchain asset, and you can't hide from the numbers. All right. It's just like, you know, watching a baseball game and the bases are loaded and the guy that's batting 400 comes up versus the guy that's batting 143. You got a little bit different anticipation and expectation from both of those scenarios, and the vitals do that for you. So let's take the vitals. All right, the first one let's go to is Dash. Now, we talked last week at length about Dash dancing around this lower momentum level. Right now trading 585, pretty much even, 585. And now currently solidly in lower momentum. 617 is the lower momentum level. real quiet Saturday trade, obviously. Sunday trade. Now, but it's Monday morning. And by the way, I forgot to say good morning to my Asian friends because it's already Monday morning in Asia, right? Look at that value range though, 582 to 593. It tells you that there was very not much price discovery going on in this. But the price discovery that was going on has this solidly in lower momentum, 617.23. You know, as we go forward, this Sunday segment is going to be a lot more skewed towards weekly numbers. All right, and we don't have the weekly sheets available yet, but they will be available on our Endotech AI interface in the technical trading aspect of that sheet. But I'm going to tell you right now, Dash, not only is it in lower momentum on the daily sheet, lower momentum on the weekly is 612. All right, and just to give you an idea of the potentials in the market, all right, and this isn't good, this isn't bad, this is not Bob the Bummer, but I just need to tell you that the potentials, what the potentials are. As a trader, whenever I traded something, I want to know what the potentials are in the market. Standard deviation analysis does a great job at giving that information to you. All right, so low momentum on the weekly in Dash 612, room down to $187 in Dash. 187, that's a lower momentum collar. You see that lower momentum on the daily sheet, Dash 527. I'm not telling you it's going there, but I'm telling you, you got to be aware of what the potentials are in the market at all times. I am not buying this Dash. I got out of my Dash. I wanted to see it really reject this lower momentum level and gain some strength higher. Until it can do that, I am hands off on this thing, and I understand that a washout could push this thing much lower. All right? So, relatively sick, in my point of view, is Dash, right? In lower momentum, both daily and weekly. Room down to 527 on the daily, room down to 187 on the weekly. Let's go to Ethereum, trading 843. Again, real small value range, 830 to 845. As a value range trader, it doesn't even make sense to look at it from a value standpoint because that's so small. 843, dancing right around that momentum, that lower momentum level, 841. You don't want to see it spend a bunch of time down in lower momentum. And if you do, you have the capacity then to sniff out that lower momentum collar number down at 750. Ethereum also dancing right around its average on the weekly chart, right, which is 861. And the next level on the weekly is that down momentum level, and that comes in at 650 this week. All right, lower momentum in Ethereum, 650. Obviously, Dash weaker than Ethereum from this kind of perspective because it's in lower momentum on the daily and the weekly. Ethereum still solidly above its weekly momentum level and dancing right around its lower momentum level on the daily chart. And again, I've talked about fractals before, and I'm a big believer in fractals. And, you know, you go 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. As these things move on in other asset classes, I look at quarterlies and yearlies on some things. So keep that in mind, all right? And let's go on to Bitcoin. Trading 95, 91 as we speak. Cryptos never sleep. You can always trade them. All right, it's like a casino in that there's always oxygen in the crypto trading room. 95, 92 last, right in the middle of that value range. And again, from Bitcoin standards, a real small value range, $300 value range of Bitcoin. Dancing right around that average on the daily. Bitcoin on the weekly, which is interesting, the down Mo level on the weekly, 94.56. So dancing in that area. The weekly collar down at 37.51, just to give you an idea of the potential on a washout. That's the way I look at it. You know, I will put orders in the book way below, just in case there's some sort of flash crash situation in these things. And if an order's in, you're going to get executed on any kind of washout. And I can't emphasize enough the times that I've traded electronically through my trading career and had great levels on longer term charts and didn't put the orders in and watched a washout or a flash go right to those levels, come back up, and if you don't put the orders in, you cannot get filled, right? You will be unable, as we used to say on the floor, unable on 100% of those orders that do not go into the order book. All right, so put them in. That's it. Quick show here this Sunday night. You guys have a great trade day on Monday. Stay disciplined. I've put the Blockchain Vitals daily sheet out on my Twitter feed. That's HFR from the floor. That's my Twitter handle, at HFR from the floor. Again, I think I need to change that to at HFR from the Matrix. And we will have the Matrix ready for viewing and interacting very shortly on the Pareto Network. You need to own Pareto tokens to view the information and the content. And you can get those at qcoin.com, KUCOIN, qcoin.com is an exchange that is trading Pareto tokens as we speak. And you're going to need them going forward to consume the content that Endotech will be providing and all the other content that comes into the ecosystem. You guys have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. Whoa.